It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Dolphins and the Rams on Monday Night Prime Time.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop him.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch, and if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make him play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, second among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's the rookie out of Penn State, Chop Robinson, in for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. So it's 4th down. Punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field, and he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
Off play action, it's Tua. Taking off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tre'Davious White.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Rams offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's complete, and it is Beckham. And they will finally get to him, but I think even he knows this one is coming back. They get the veteran, Teron Armstead. Third and long, and here's Tua. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. In trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Tua. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, That's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Tua to throw again. The second down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's the rookie, Jared Verse, fighting his way in to record the sack. Here's Jake Bailey now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They try again. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams.
Holding offense.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a first and 10. Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Fake the handoff. Now Tua sending it deep for Waddle. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Throwing is Tua. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And the Dolphins first down.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back in Southern California in a moment. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. To throw is Tua. To the outside, he's got Waddle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Holding offense.
Tua gonna give it to Achane, and he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Gotta get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on third down, Tungo Vailoa. Nowhere to get away, and he's gonna go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Cup in motion. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have third down coming up. On third down, here's Williams. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
3rd down and 1.
Stafford to throw again. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. This one taken in by Parkinson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal. He's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one, taken in. Cooper, Kupp, touchdown, Rams. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Back to throw is Tua. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll try to run for it. And now at the end of it, he loses the football. And the defense has it.
Holding offense.
First and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off play action, it's Stafford. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and 9. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Hill brought in motion. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up if they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Tua. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Miami. Sanders here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Rams 7.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he did not want to go down. Good running, manages to gain 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Stafford now on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Robinson. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle, it's Kupp. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Gus Edwards, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, he fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action now for Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Punt team headed out for the Rams. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken at the 25. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Hill brought in motion. On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. A play fake. Now, Tua to throw. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion comes Beckham. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tua. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Third and long, and here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. First down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. This one caught by Parkinson.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. The pressure gets there. He'll go down. There's a penalty flag down as well. This could very well be a hold. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. A pass complete there to Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. That's not made by Byron Young. 3rd down, 3 to go. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Here's a give to Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Rams' 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Achane, heading right. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
Well, if that was a pickup on 1st or 2nd down, you'd be thrilled. But here on 3rd and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the 1st down, and it's going to bring up 4th.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense, running back Kyron Williams, ready to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Stafford now on 1st down. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. You try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Achane, running left. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Man in motion here is Washington. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Tua. Into the hands of Berrios.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
He was connected at the 46-yard line. Again, 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. We've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll get this complete. It's Kupp again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Intended for Hooker Renfro. Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stafford to throw again. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, L.A.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. This one taken in by Parkinson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. Stafford now on 2nd down. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will score! Game on! Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. Now an opening past the 30. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, Miami. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
17. Jason Sanders.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Right back to Williams. They connect again. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller.
Holding offense.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll toss it here to Achane. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Holding offense.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Man in motion is Berrios. 3rd and long, and here's Tua. He's got his man, it's Hill. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's Achane. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And that's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Second down, it's Stafford. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Injured player after the play, and that's Matthew Stafford, who is banged up. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Jimmy G working from the gun here. That's taken in.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
He'll go right and find his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On 1st and 10, Garoppolo. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
That's another Rams 1st down.
Jimmy G going to throw it here on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. So a win here for the Dolphins. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.